Hello, y'all, and welcome back to the ranch where we live in life up to no grid. So, right now, I just want to discuss with you. I know I've been promising a solar video, but basically, I just kind of want to touch base on why we didn't choose to be connected to the grid, what solar system we are currently running right now, and why I don't necessarily believe that solar is free electricity. So, to start out with, why didn't we go solar? The land that we bought is has never been lived on. It was tracted off of another property, so nobody's actually ever lived here. There's never been electricity on this piece of land where our house is. So to bring electricity in from the road, it was going to be quite pricey. I won't go into exact numbers because I'm trying to make this a quick video, but just know that the numbers did not equate to having grid power here and then still having to have a monthly electric bill. What system do we have? So let's just talk over briefly about what I have. This is going to be very, very layman's terms and nothing very techy. Outside, we have solar panels. There are 31 solar panels on ballast boxes on the ground. And then that comes into our PV disconnects. Our PV disconnects then go to the inverters. The inverters then go to the batteries, interrupted by these disconnects here. And these are our batteries. And there are 9 batteries within this box. This will all be getting a huge makeover. If you guys have been around for a little bit, you know that we had a problem with one of these inverters. It ended up being both of these inverters. So these are both new that we had in storage as backup. And we're getting ready to do a huge makeover here. So this is part of the reason why I'm doing this now, so that I can kind of see what I did later. So yes, right now we are not connected in any way to grid power. It was too expensive to bring it in. We decided to instead invest in what I consider prepaid electricity. So why I don't think that going solar necessarily means free electricity. Yes, we do not have a monthly electric bill. However, we made a significant investment to have what we have here. I do think that it was a smart investment for us because we prepaid at a set rate for our electricity for the next however many years that ends up being. So I did some basic math of all of the things that we have here. So all of the equipment that you see, the batteries, the solar panels outside, the ballast boxes, trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting, but including the generators that we have for backups. Because I feel like if you're going to have this, you have to have a backup system. So it would be unfair for me to consider that not a part of the expense that this was. All in, it was about $32,000. I'm sure there's many of you saying, well, you could have got electricity out here for that. Well, let me just tell you, I had quotes and it was going to be about half of that and I would still have a monthly electric bill. This is what we decided to do. I'm not saying that that was the best idea for you if you were in this situation, but for us, it was what we wanted to do. In theory, all of the equipment that I have will last approximately 10 years. The inverters were a snag, and I am going to be putting a new inverter on the wall. I have calculated that number in to my month. So if I didn't have to get a new inverter, my monthly expenses would have been $270 a month. With the new inverter, it's now going to bring my monthly expenses to about $320 a month. Now, I don't know what y'all are paying for electricity, but $320 a month on the average year round for me does not feel like a bad number. It might to you. No, we do not have a large house and we do heat with other sources. So I can't say that the house is run completely on electric for that amount. So you may say that was not a fair deal. And there are days when I wonder myself. But for us, I really feel that if the equipment lasts longer than 10 years, and some of it will, that's where I'm going to see my return on investment. So I just encourage everybody, when you see this lifestyle, don't think that it's free, it's easy, or it's cheap, because it's not. It's going to be hard work and you've got to do the math. Keep in mind, I did all of this work myself. Zach was my heavy lifter and definitely my handyman in all of this, but all of the research was done by us and all of the work physically was done by us. There is no way we could have done this for the money that we did have we had to pay someone to build this system for us. So just keep that in mind too. If you are considering going solar, I highly, highly encourage you to sit down and do the math like I have. What is it going to cost you per month to have that? Because are you going to live long enough to actually see that return? I don't want to persuade anyone to go solar, and I also don't want to persuade anyone to not go solar. I just want to encourage everyone to understand that this lifestyle is not something that we entered into lightly. It is not free. It is a choice that we make every day, really, to continue this. Do we like it? Yes, absolutely. Would we go back? No, I don't think we would. We really love it. It's a challenge for me, and I like that challenge. It's an interesting challenge at times, but we really do appreciate it. It also helps you understand that not everything comes at the flip of a switch. Yes, our lights turn on with the flip of a switch, but it just helps you appreciate what you've been given. And that goes for all of our systems here, actually, whether it be water or our wood heat or the electricity. This lifestyle is not something that was entered into lightly, but it's something that we have really learned and have come to appreciate in ways that we didn't even understand. So that's kind of the long and short of it. Why we didn't go on grid power didn't make any sense. If we were going to do solar, we should just do one or the other. There was no point in putting expenses into both. And that's kind of a brief rundown of the system as it is now. It will be changing. And then lastly, if you're going to do solar, just really think about that big investment before you make it. And if you do decide to go solar or have a solar addition, then if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I don't know a lot about grid power with solar. I've never done it. But if anybody has a true off-grid question, by all means, shoot them at me. Until next time, remember, there's never a dull day at the ranch.